Cascadilla is eligible for both SRAs and Youth Nationals. They're off with their starting sequence here. So starting sequence in the single, the boat can change speed very quickly. It's got the least mass, and so you can kind of change that momentum on a dime. And so you'll often see the singles hitting their peak speed, sometimes on like the 5th, 6th, or 7th stroke. Whereas in the bigger boats, it might take a full 10 strokes to hit that slowest speed, the fastest split. And so sometimes you might even see singles doing a different starting sequence.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Megan, if you talk to anyone who's ever rowed in like an 8, even a 4, their starting sequence is something like 3/4 slide, half slide.
No, Hannah. Say it how your coxswain would say it. 3/4.
Well, now they
half,
say something
half,
different.
3/4.
I know, but now they say things like pry. And
Yeah, some more helpful terms. Yeah.
Emotional
but
cues.
Anyway, yes, we're using some real
but
short
in the
strokes.
single, you can honestly take a 3/4 slide stroke, maybe a half slide stroke, and then just build
And
at
then
full,
get right to
full
it.
slide. Because the idea of those shorter strokes is just to take more strokes in the short amount of time.
Yeah.
Get the boat moving with the strongest muscles.
So this is our final. We will have 2 qualifiers, your top 2 scholastic entries for SRAAs, and you will have your top, I believe, top 3. Yes, top 3 will go to Youth Nationals. So big event, a lot of money on the line, a lot of excitement on the line for these athletes to go to one of these national championships in the single is a huge notch on the resume. Some of these athletes might be going to college. They might be looking forward to another season with their high school or their club team. But either way, 9 boats on the course, 2 top scholastic to qualify to SRAs, and top 3 to go to Youth Nats. We see our early leader out of lane 8, it looks like, Oak Neck Rowing Academy A. That's lane 6 right there. That's going to be Port Jefferson. Lane 7, Fordham Prep. They're just deciding kind of what this middle base pace is going to look like throughout the center of the race. What's my
Jefferson
floor?
party over there?
It's a Port Jefferson party.
A lot of blue.
Love it.
And Megan, looking at the results from the time trial, and again, some athletes are better at the side-by-side racing. Some athletes may have held a few tricks up their sleeve. We don't know. But we do know that Albany Rowing Center had the fastest time by almost 10 seconds.
Wow.
This morning.
Wow. And they're looking to hold that. Look at them over there. Knowing that this, I believe that's a Port Jefferson. Oak Neck is currently in the lead. Albany Rowing Center maybe put together a huge race this morning, gave themselves a really solid lane, but it's all still open here. So much can change in the second half of a race in the single. There are physical elements, mental elements. We see really nice, clean rowing out of the finish here from this. I believe this is going to be our Gordon Gruber boat.
I think so. Lane 5. Looks about right.
There's your Fordham Prep and your Port Jefferson. Looking to vie for those medals to go to Youth Nats. Your only scholastic boats in this event are Fordham Prep and Cascadilla, I believe.
And I think Cascadilla is eligible
also
for both.
eligible for Youth Nats. Yep. I believe all boats here will be eligible for Youth Nats as well.
These athletes trying to pick up the pace here as we come into the last 400 meters of the race. Some athletes, this is where you, quote, go early.
Yeah.
And start sprinting a little bit
A little bit like a shock
aggressively.
factor, right?
Right.
I can hold my sprint longer
everybody
than you.
starts going at 250 to go. Those red buoys, not the most original place to start your sprint. But it'll be interesting to see who has the better set of kicks here as they kick up the stroke rate.
It does
push
look
the
like
legs.
for Port Jefferson, and Gordon might be edging a little bit ahead of that Fordham boat.
Oh, a little digger there from the middle.
Our
Port
middle guy's going to
Jefferson.
be Port Jefferson, yeah.
A little issue with the buoy line here.
Adrenaline's a big thing. Ride on it. Use it.
Stay away from those buoys unless that focuses you in some way.
It does look like our oak neck boat is going to be our leader here into our last 15 strokes. That yellow boat, oak neck uni.
Really nice straight arm hang from oak neck. You can see they're just suspending their body weight with the shove of the hips and then accelerating
Look
the
at
boat
him
with the
go.
legs. Bringing up the stroke right here. Pretty decisive lead
5 strokes
here.
to your New York State champion, oak neck. Decisive
And
win.
look at this move, Megan. Fordham Prep.
Fordham
and
heard us and said,
Gordon
I'm going to go
Gruber.
now.
Fordham Prep made a huge push in the last 15 strokes of this race to secure the silver.
Wow.
Bronze going to Gordon Gruber, unaffiliated, and finishing in 4th is the
Port Jefferson.